It is the main reason why you can go into a relationship and you are like a ghost in the relationship. It seems you are not existing simply because you were not able to ask yourself these two questions and you didn't give yourself the correct answer. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you very much for returning. And if you have not subscribed, I want you to quickly click on the subscription button and do not forget to click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I post new videos. Now today we're going to be talking about two very important and crucial questions that a whole lot of people fail to ask themselves before they get into a relationship or into a lifetime relationship. Okay, in this context, a lifetime relationship, I simply mean marriage. Now, there are two questions that everybody must ask themselves before they get into a lifetime relationship. These questions not being asked as when it's supposed to be asked is the main reason for a ghosted marriage. When I mean a ghosted marriage or a ghosted spouse, I simply mean it is the main reason why you can go into a relationship and you are like a ghost in the relationship. It seems you are not existing simply because you were not able to ask yourself these two questions and you didn't give yourself the correct answer. So quickly, let's go right into the video. Some time ago, as a 17 years old girl, I can remember my aunt came back home and one day she said that she got a guy for me, a guy who is interested in getting married to me. And she said, I've done a whole lot of background check on this guy and I think his family is so good and I think he too is so good and I think both of you will make a very perfect match, but I wouldn't like to make decision for you. That was what she said. She said, okay, so you are going to make the decisions by yourself. So that fateful day, he came around. At the end of the discussion, he asked me a question. He said, do you like me? Do you think I'm going to be someone that you can spend the rest of your life with? And as a very young girl, a teenager, 17 years old, I didn't know what to say. Honestly, I didn't want to hurt anybody by being negative, because honestly speaking, I didn't like him, but I didn't want to hurt him by saying no, and I equally didn't want to hurt myself by saying yes, because I know I'll be lying to myself. So just to be in the middle, I said I do not really know, but I'm going to think about it. Few years into the relationship, and he was still, trying to pick up everything. And then along the line, one day I called him and I said, I don't think this relationship would ever work. Something was actually lacking in that relationship, and thanks to God I was able to realize it so early. And that is the first thing you must check before you go into a relationship: connectivity. You must be able to know if you are connecting very well with this person you call a spouse or a partner or someone you want to go into a lifetime relationship with. You must be able to understand if you both are connecting very, very well. Now, the reason why someone can be married and the husband or the wife would still prefer to hang around with their friends rather than being at home with the wife or with the husband is simply because of connectivity. The both of them are not connecting. And what is connection? Connection is simply a bound between two persons, or a link between two persons that is far above physical attraction. Now, you could see someone on a day and you just like the person's dressing or the person's look or whatever, and then you are like, oh, I love the way you look, and you say, okay, we could actually be good partners or good friends or whatever. That doesn't mean that you both have a strong connection. For you to know if you have a strong connection with someone, it takes a deep conversation to realize that I have a strong connection with this person. Now, for you to be able to connect with someone really, really, you must first of all be able to connect with yourself. You must have this connection with yourself. That simply means you must know yourself. You must know your strength, you must know your weaknesses, and you must be able to connect with your emotions and everything about you. And then for you to be able to connect with anybody, you must be true. Like, you don't need to fake it. Most times people make this mistake of wanting to show the good side to people for the first time, just trying to create a very good first impression by showing the good side to anybody they come across. And Now, the person we are showing the good side to will totally fall in love with your positive side, will totally connect with your positive side. And the moment you want to show that your negative side, or the moment you want to be true to yourself, maybe you've been fake for a very long time. The moment you want to be true to yourself, you will just realize that the person is no longer connecting. Now, you hear things like, we used to have this strong connection, we used to have this deep connection, but right now I don't know where the connection is anymore. It is simply because the either the boy or the girl in the relationship was actually faking their life. They were actually faking it, trying to be good, trying to be nice. And so one of the spouses actually fell in love with that good aspect of them, and because of that, when the person tried showing the negative side, the whole connection got lost. So you cannot connect with someone who you are not being true with. You cannot connect with someone who you are not, as in you're not showing off the true you. Okay. And another thing that actually shows that both of you have a very deep connection is when the both of you can stay alone without any phones, without any friend, no television, just be alone and discuss for a very long time. When you feel, when you really want to feel this person's presence for a very long time. Can you, if they say you should go out, for like 6 hours taking a walk, there are no phones, there are no friends, can you really spend such a long time with that person, you know talking and gisting about things, really really be happy doing that? That is a sign that you both have a very strong connection. People most time don't want to even know whether they are connected with this person emotionally or not. They just want to dive into the whole marriage, maybe because of some social status, money, or whatever. So you must check your connectivity, so you don't be in the house like a ghost and watch your partner or your spouse always going out to catch the connection from his friend or her friends. Now, the next question you must ask yourself before you get into a lifetime relationship, that is marriage, is compatibility. I hear most people ask after marriage, or I hear most people say after marriage, I just realized that we are not compatible. Okay, now this compatibility of a thing, in most time it goes unnoticed. People just dive into marriage just like that without checking if they are compatible. Now, compatibility in a relationship does not necessarily mean having similar interest or similar whatever. Compatibility simply means that the both partners have come to understand and have come to respect each other's philosophy on a particular matter. It doesn't necessarily mean similarities. Now, if you both have a lot of similarities, good for you. But if you don't have a lot of similarities, that does not mean that you are not compatible. Now, there are three things that can show whether you both are compatible or not. There are three things you can use to indicate whether your relationship with this person is a compatible one or not. Now, the first is intimacy. Now, when I say intimacy, what strikes your mind most of the time is sex. I must tell you that sex is not intimacy. Intimacy is a relationship, it is not an act. In fact, sex without intimacy is totally empty. Intimacy is simply being able to be honest and comfortable and transparent with this person. Now, can you ever be so true to yourself in front of this person, or are there things you're trying to hide? Do you feel the person cares for you? Do you feel you really love this person? Do you feel okay being around this person? Do you even want to be around this person? Are you comfortable? That is intimacy. Now, when you're intimate with someone, that means you are very very okay being around the person. You can be so honest being around the person. You are you. You don't you feel this person cares for you and you really love this person's presence. Okay, that is intimacy. Now, the next is passion. Passion is simply the desire for oneness. Now, passion is simply wanting to share every memory you have with a particular person. a spouse of yours, you want to share every memory with that person. If you just notice that any memory you're having, you want to have it with some other person and not this person in question, just have it in mind that you do not have this passion for this person. It simply means that you do not have this compatibility with this person. Now the next is commitment. Commitment is simply the willingness to stick to things no matter what happens. When you have this feeling that we're gonna fight this battle together and we're gonna win at the end of it. You want to be committed in everything, you want to be committed in your actions, you want to be committed because you feel like me and you, we are one. You have this passion and there is this intimacy. It is so deep. There is this deep connection, there's this deep intimacy between both of us. And yes, we want to actually fix our challenges and everything, together. That is commitment. Now, if you have the intimacy, the deep connection with one another, and the passion to be one with each other, and you have the willingness as a commitment, that which is the willingness to stick together no matter what happens, your relationship will definitely work out. In fact, you are actually going to be having a wonderful relationship and you both are compatible, because challenges must come up in any relationship. There is no marriage or relationship that is challenge free. In fact, there is no moment that is challenge free, so challenges must come up. So if you have these three things that shows that you are compatible, your relationship must work out. So guys, that'll be all for today. And I'm not saying that there aren't other basic questions to ask yourself before you get into a relationship or before you get into a lifetime relationship. Yes, there are, but I just picked out these two because these two questions most time go unnoticed. Most times people don't want to ask if there's really a connection, and people don't want to ask if they are really compatible. Now this is hand in hand, or let me say this is a question you must ask whether you're going into a love marriage, you're going into an arranged marriage. You must ask these questions. Are we really connecting? Do we have a deep connection? And are we really compatible? Can we stick together no matter what happens? So these are the two questions you must ask yourself. Now, if you really found this video very interesting, do not forget to click on the like button, give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe, for more and more relationship talk. And actually, if you think that this is a question that you would ask yourself before you get married, or this is a question you wish you asked yourself, please comment it on the comment section below, and equally comment any video you want me to post up next. So thank you very much. I know you're going to subscribe. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.